Hello, welcome to another video. Now it's a mid-heat wave at the minute and it is probably like 30 degrees in here right now, and it's early in the morning. When this wall here and the roof gets really hot, it's gonna be about 400 degrees in here. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Mid-heat wave in the middle of September is a joke. It's horrible. I don't like heat at all. I can't wait for the winter to turn up and I've got freezing cold toes instead. Anyway, there's a truck in the workshop. No, this is not Nathan's truck that's got battered. This is a different truck, still bagged, same concept. I think this is a 64. It's got a bit of a different dash in it, I do believe. It's really nice underneath. It's all been painted. All the engine bay is really nice. And yeah, basically it's in for some air leaks and put an air gauge in there and just giving it basically a good health check, because the bloke's bought it and he's never looked underneath it on a ramp or anything. So I'm gonna get it on the ramp next week. But yeah, if you're wondering why that's in the background, this is why. But this video is not about that. This is just in the background, but I thought I'd mention it. The video is about the Prelude. Now I said in my last video that I was gonna film Prelude stuff. So if you saw that video at the end, then you'd know that. I'm not gonna lie, some of the videos recently have been shit, and that's mainly because of me. Things not aligning, things not going to plan, just general stuff not lining up, and me trying to meet this 3 videos a week thing, which I might drop down to 2 because I'm basically like scrambling a video together just to put it up, and I'm just like, well, that's not actually what I want to watch. I don't believe that you guys want to watch me scramble together a video either. This 3 video a week thing might have to slow down until I can afford to do loads of stuff all the time. Not a lot of things align, like when I've got something in the workshop that I can't move and it's stuck on the ramp, and like I need to get that done to do something else, but I'm not filming that because it's workshop stuff and it's not very good. Like I've just been doing the Mark II Golf that's been on the ramp. Yeah, it's gone now, so 10 months. If you saw on my Instagram, I've been doing that. Oh no! This is his lock and wheel nut key. Anyway, let's go get the Prelude. This car looks so sorry for itself left outside, but it's gonna get a new lease of life now. I leave it outside because, well, it's a driver and you know it doesn't really need to be inside in my way all the time. And if I leave it outside, I'm less likely to start playing with it when I should be working. Something terrible happened to this car the other day. I don't know if I still got the video or not. I put it on my story, but yeah, watch this. Yeah, so that's annoying. I need to try and fix that. What a beautiful machine! With the amount of heat there is today, I'm surprised it's not overheated already. 4-wheel steer, come on. Brakes, no brakes. Ooh! Needs some work. Bosh on the ramp. Now my plan today in this 400 billion degree heat is to get the spindles stripped off all 4 corners. Now imagine this spindles, everything like that has never been off this car, so it's probably not going to be great to do on the floor. So my plan is to get everything loosened off and then wheel it into that corner where the Corona is and then take it off there. I want to make sure my discs and pads that came with the car actually fit. There's a few little things that I want to do, but I don't know if to do them yet or not. One of them being clear indicator, orange indicator, clear indicator. Now these are ever so slightly smoked. The same again on the front, ever so slightly smoked. Now I looked the entire internet for smoked indicators for here, or even just clear. They do not make them. They just don't exist. They literally never made a clear indicator for the side of this Prelude, but just made the rest of the lights clear. Pass, don't know. Anyway, Do you recognise that light? It matches the trim. It's lightly smoked. This is an E36 side repeater. This is a brand new TYC part that I bought for my E36 coupe. Remember my E36 series? I actually bought these for the coupe. These are pre-facelift side repeaters that go on the wing. And to be honest, didn't like them on the coupe. They just didn't suit it. The car was like an orange indicator type of car. But this car, it's like a monotone sort of color. So that orange just sticks out like a sore thumb. The only color we're gonna have on it is obviously the red taillights. And I thought these might just do the trick. What do you think? I think it looks normal. Like, I don't think it looks too out of place. It looks like the right thing. What do you reckon? Is it a bit big? Or is it just right? I think it's better than the orange. Yes, it's a little smaller, the orange, but you know, it's because of all the black trim and stuff, I feel like it just works. You know what I mean? It's not like, this is like the same width as that, pretty much as well. So it's like, that works. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Right, now to strip these spindles off and see if the brakes fit that came with the car. Because when you buy a car, 9 times out of 10, the stuff that you get with a car is not fitted because it doesn't fit. And because Honda changed everything every 2 minutes when they were building Hondas from the 80s and the 90s, I have a suspicion that they don't fit. But we'll see, we'll see. What? Them pads are new, man. They've like never been used. They're literally brand new. Anyway. Looks like the one to me. Shame it's not slotted like the other one, but the wheel's gonna be so small you're not gonna be able to see them anyway. So, right, this is your spindle. This is your upper control arm, which is right here. And obviously this is the hydraulic ram. And obviously this is your wheel bearing, etc, etc. Now, when we let it out, obviously this goes all the way down to, well, here you can see where it stops. There's like a faint line where it doesn't go any further, and there's like at least 30mm drop left to go down. And that is because when the arm goes down, all the suspension lifts up, and then this bit of the top arm is literally hitting right there. You can see such an indentation of where it's been hitting just there its entire life. We're chopping the spindles. Now, basically means taking some material out of the spindle, like 40mm we're gonna do, I do believe, 40 or 50mm. Taking it out of here and then welding it back together. Therefore, bringing this top arm down to here, and this like positioning of the wheel stays exactly the same height. So yeah, with that chopped, bring the arm down, allows it to further travel, and then that will then in turn lower the car some more. These are cast. Now these are not just get your mate to weld them in his back garden with a Halford's toolkit welder. These need to be done properly. It's so hot today, I'm literally dripping. But yeah, effectively, you need an extreme amount of heat to weld casts correctly. Now, that being said, chopping spindles is for like serious people. Like, you can't just half-ass it, and it is still a possibility that these can, you know, fail. So it's not something that is like, oh, it's easy, just weld it together. It's cast, so you need a lot of heat. It needs to be done properly. Just be careful if you're buying any that are like welded together, that these, well, the weight of the car is on that weld, and it's cast, and you'd get cast to a stupid amount of heat. It needs to be treated correctly and blah, 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 blah. Don't really know the full process too much, but all the ones I've had done are perfect, and they've never had a problem, and they're actually really nice to look at as well. You get some people that do it and they look like absolute arse, and yeah, just get it done properly. But yeah, that's what we're doing, chopping those. We won't be doing that in this video, it'll be another video, but we're just getting stripped off today. Basically, I just need to undo the drive shaft bolt, this top arm bolt, track rod end. This is an ABS sensor just here, got to take that out. And then there's a bottom ball joint just here. I might have to undo this bit of the lower control arm to the ram, because it might get bound up or something. But yeah, the grand scheme of things, just loosen all that off and then out it comes. I hope I can get this done today without simply passing away with the heat. It is double the heat that is outside. All in the name of getting a video out on this Monday. Right, so when you're smashing your track rod ends out, instead of using a ball joint splitter because you're a man and it takes so much less time, make sure the nut is actually on there all the way, otherwise you're just going to snap the end off and ruin your track rod end. Fun, it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm going to change the track rod ends on this inner and outer anyway, because it's probably never been changed. So yeah, well, that was great. Imagine if I really needed that. So if you watched the last video on here, you'll know that this caliper is a bit dodgy. That's the piston from it. I was told it needs some pads, not a caliper. So that's fun. I'm gonna literally disconnect it right now. If my phone falls right now, it's because it's completely balanced in such a way that if a small gust of wind goes anywhere near it, it's going to fall. Like that, gust of wind. Oh my god. Look, that ball joint had a plastic cover on it. Look at the state of it inside. Ugh. Why? There's nothing left. I got it off. That's what's left of it. That was holding the rear suspension on. Nice. Did exactly the same thing on the rear one of the track rod, but I didn't even hit it with a hammer. It's literally just snapped off because it's so old and brittle. So if you want an old Honda with old track rods, I'd probably suggest replacing them, because I have a memory of me actually doing exactly the same thing on my Legend. So yeah, chose one of the worst stages in the entire world to fuck about with rusty Hondas. Yeah, everything's all stripped off. Everything is literally like finger tight. Doing that on the floor would have written me off. There's one thing I should tell you beforehand, if you're looking about getting your spindles chopped. Clearance from here to the top of your spindle there, because obviously we're putting small wheels on. I'm going to cut 2 inches out of it here, and I've got an extra 2 inches from here to here, right? If I had like 17s and I cut 2 inches out of there, the tyre would rub on the spindle up here. So just be careful how much you cut out of it straight away, because you might ruin it, and once you cut it, there's no going back. So yeah, just make sure you've got enough clearance there. We're going for a small wheel, so it doesn't really bother me, but some wheels might become an issue here. Just a heads up. What a complete dickhead. What I just did there was leave the nuts off the bottom ball joints all round. And it's fell off. Now I am working on the floor like a dickhead, because I've got to put it all on. Again, just the bottom nuts. Look at this. What an idiot. Bottom nut off. Bottom nut off. I simply forgot. And I did the same on the front. Blame it on dehydration. It's not good. It's over there on the axle stands. What actually happened was I didn't actually thread the nuts on enough. When I got underneath there, the nuts were on the floor. So basically just pulled the end of the ball joints off. Well, pulled off the end of the threads of the ball joints, and it just dropped. I've never had it before like that. Maybe the nuts are just a little bit loose, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's done. I got carried away. Check this out. That looks so good. Not that, that's a bit too much camber, but you get the gist. So, this is sort of the height that I want it at. Well, I was assuming that the Longchamps would basically not touch the top of the tyre before the sill touches the floor. If you can see, obviously the tyre is much lower than the sill, so it could probably go a lot lower, like pretty much touching the lip, and then the lip would be the perfect, arch to lip would be sill to floor with the correct tyre size. So that's good to see, because I was worried that they'd be way too small for the Prelude, because no one ever puts 14s on a Prelude because they don't go low. But this is like a 65, 60, 14, and we can go down a profile size as well if we really wanted to. 165, 55, 14, which is the same as I got on my Marios. So, yeah, that might be the cheat code. Not that I don't like this, but I'm chasing millimeters here. So I'm hoping, because basically what I'm trying to get at is if I can't lay the sill on the floor because the arch is touching the lip, then I have to drop a tyre size and it will drop the body down but have the same fitment. And then it will lay flat how I imagine it with the tyres at the right height, blah, 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 blah. That being said, the ride height will look silly as well. So my decision is either get some wheels this wide. Oh, it looks so good. Get some wheels 7J wide or 9 and 8.5 on the front. I'm not quite sure. If you get a 7, which is what this is, you can basically put a 165 on it and that's about it without it being too bubbly and balloony. Or you go straight to 8.5, 9. An 8 is too, a 7.5 and an 8 is too skinny for the stretch. Basically, you won't get enough stretch because the tire sizes on 14s just don't exist. So if you have a 7.5 or 8, then it just won't fit because it will be poking and you'll have too much tire and you won't have enough stretch and it won't sit properly. So there's a fine line, and the price is probably an extra grand to get like 8.5, 9s. So we'll see. But for now, all 4 spindles are off. These are my ultra rare 4-wheel steer Prelude rear spindles, which I don't know if anyone's ever cut, but here I am doing it. And then the front ones, obviously there and there. So yeah, I'll probably get rid of the backing plates because they're all rotten. They're no very good. Probably paint them as well by the time they get cut. The next video, I'm not sure what I'll do first. My plan is I've jacked it up here and I tried to put it in exactly the right position so I could open the door. It literally just touches the beam. I reckon I could get it past it with flexing it. It was in the right position. As I've jacked it up, it's moved back ever so slightly, so I can't get the door open. But yeah, I want the door open so I can get all the interior out, because I think I am just going to go for it and put the chassis rails in the inside. Well, I need to do all the hydro lines anyway, so the interior needs to come out next. I think I'm going to give Callum a text, make me some looms for the hydros, and I'll start putting battery and stuff in the boot and running all that underneath the carpet as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. It's probably a much better video, this one, I'll be honest. There's been some shit videos and I do apologise. So moving forward, if there's not 3 videos a week, you understand why, because there's not a lot going on. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go home before I literally pass out. I've drunk 4 litres of water today and it's not enough. I'm sweating my tits off and I wanna go home. Goodbye.